This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 14. Come sail away.
Yes, I may have murdered a town guard.
We've
And
murdered a lot of people, you guys.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of time to go. I think
we need to get the hell out of here.
We should go. Where do we want to go?
We
Well,
can travel up north and see if we can find Ray.
I mean,
She told us not to follow her to Belka, didn't she?
we have to go up north to deal with the demon lord anyway, so I mean, could be fun.
That's true. We should
yeah.
go.
Where was didn't we get to the next place where people are being held?
Yeah,
Have we
it's
get
near
location?
Belka.
Oh,
Yes, we have
Let's
other
do it.
locations to free people from.
Yeah, we need to get out of this big purple area on the map because we're wanted in this area.
This is bad. This is not a good place for us.
so yeah, my vote is to go kill slavers.
I
We
agree.
can support that agenda.
Yes.
I feel like
Okay.
that's the first good thing we're gonna do.
Well, we killed that one slaver. That was pretty good.
Killing
Oh, yeah.
slavers is always good.
So, do we want to
Hey, where's
hunt down that stone after it leaves the tournament, and then we go get the slavers, or what do we want to do with that?
Nah, we're gonna let the other group take care of that. Then we're gonna jump them, and then we're gonna take the
Yeah, they
stones.
got it.
The
Then we
more
get
time,
all the stones.
the less time we spend here in Swordfall, the better it is for us. Plus, the people running the tournament pretty much want us dead because we associate with Taz. Which is no offense, Taz. We love you,
No,
but
it's fair. That's
I
fair.
don't want to lose my head to some underworld rat.
Me neither.
One of your plants. One of your plants is.
Hey, where's Osug in relation to us? Because I don't see it on the map, and I'm too lazy to pull up my map.
So, answer your question, Swordfall, and then Ambos is the next country, and then even further west is Orzog.
Alrighty.
It's more like to the southwest. It's a long ways off.
Long way.
Yeah, if you guys want to go there, it would be a good boat trip for a few days.
I was just wondering.
Yep, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, and the other guys might not go there quite yet. Let's do that. Back on the boat. I gotta go find out who I ate fish with
Wait.
last night.
I thought we were going north.
Direction really matter in this. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, there's captors everywhere. Where do you want to go? I don't care.
Should we pull out that list we got from the slaver's house? See
Yeah,
convenient locations to.
I definitely. You can totally start looking at the list, trying to decode it, see what you can make of it, and maybe get some directions out of it.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Who has it?
Tappy does.
Oh, okay. I pulled the list to look at it.
Yep.
Let's see. What does it say?
So, like the last time, even though you can read any language, they still coded it and used different words for different things. But give me an investigation check, and let's see if you can actually figure it out. So, you see some repeating words, you see a few reoccurring patterns, you start figuring out that there's some dates, and it looks like that Besres, which is to the north, is actually named. That's one of the places. Then you notice that there's another town on the border of Ambos and Swordfall called Scuffle Bay, and Sudmouth. That seems to be places where they get slaves, and also you notice that all the way on the other side, in Havbach Bay, there's a place called, I think it's Kindred, which seems to be importing and exporting people. So it looks like.
Can Tabby tell where the biggest space of operations is, the most important one?
I would probably say Kindred because it goes out to the Scalding Sea, and the other two are landlocked.
Yeah, Bestros is landlocked, but Scuffle Bay also goes out to it and is by Dwarven country. So it seems like one place is really close to the elves, one place is really close to the dwarves, and one place is really close to Belka.
So yeah,
I think it would be best if we could hit the most central or active base of their operations. Is there any indicator?
the dual water ones are probably my guess.
Yeah, and from the looks of it, it almost looks equal. But it's hard to tell without getting either studying this more or getting more information. They were smart enough that even though you could kind of crack the code slightly easy, the full information is not on one document.
Alright, well, I don't much care where we go next, as long as we don't stay here.
We want dwarves or elves?
Which ones like us more?
Probably not the elves. They're pretty stuck up, but they have the magics and shit.
Dwarves have minds and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Lilypad told me that her parents were dwarves, so they kind of like lizards. At least some of them.
Let's go there then!
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds better than elves.
Yeah,
Or
I'd rather
the
deal with
dwarves.
dwarves.
And we can take a boat to the dwarves, right?
You can
Would that be faster than traveling to the land?
You can take boats to either of the places except for Best Rest, because that's landlocked.
Which one would be faster?
That's a good question. I have never figured that out. Let's just see. So
Time to get out that little peggy thing that they use to measure maps.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm guessing it would really depend on how the currents and stuff are working.
Actually,
But we're sailors.
Yeah, you guys are sailors.
Yo-ho.
Yo-ho-ho.
Someone give me a survival check, and then name your place, and if it's higher than 10, that's the closest one.
It's a 19.
Nice.
And what place were you naming?
The dwarf one.
Okay, yeah, that's the closest one, and probably more convenient. Hurrah!
But would it be faster to take a ship or to go over land?
Oh, definitely ship.
Ship. Sweet. Alright. Shall we head down to the docks? Secure passage?
I suppose so. Shouldn't be too difficult.
I might be able to get in touch with some sailing contacts.
That would be good.
That sounds like a good idea. Go for it.
Yeah.
I need to find my landlord and tell them I'm leaving.
Well, just give him some money and say that, we'll be back. Don't rent your place out.
Yeah, I pay for the next couple of months in advance.
A year, so yes.
So, plan is Flea gonna go ahead and go ahead of the group, find his contacts, and Taz is gonna take care of her domestic stuff.
Go with Flea.
I'll go with
Flea
Taz.
shouldn't go alone. So Tabby and Flea and me and Kakato?
That sounds great. Cool.
What? Wait, we're changing it up, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah. So it sounds like Flea and is it Flea and Tabby are going down to the docks?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. We'll take care of that first.
If you want to bring up Morrison, some might know him.
Wasn't he with the bad guys though?
Well, he wasn't always. He worked at the dock back in Osog, where I come from. Someone from there might know him, might know our family.
Okay, good. I really didn't want to sail with the bad guys.
No, let's
Oh.
not sail with pirates.
I don't mind sailing with pirates. They can be kind of fun.
I had been sailing with pirates before. I mean, it wasn't such a bad thing.
They have good songs.
Yes, they do.
Sea shanties.
They're not all bad. The captain of the Sea Hag, well, he was a jolly chap.
Well, pirates are pirates, but whatever way's quickest and least likely to get us all killed works for me.
Okay. So, narration activate again. Yeah, you guys take about the half hour to 45-minute walk out of the entertainment district down to the dock district. There's all the docks. You guys can still identify the one where the giant ship fire and explosion was at. And there are still wanted posters for everyone that's done in the most fabulous, marvelous way that you couldn't really identify you guys from. And, there's ships coming in, ships having cargo loaded off them. It's a busy place right now. And you can see all the ships up and down the docks. And So the Sea Hag was actually mentioned. Name dropping Morrison, Mockwell, can get you places. And Tabby may have been married to someone here. So that might help too. So what approach do you want to take this at?
I guess we're just gonna look around and see what ships are there, what they're hauling, and just kind of listen in to see where they might be heading to.
Okay, cool. That sounds like investigation check. Yeah, there's So you start listening into the conversations, and everyone's trying to work. You hear that there has been at least like 5 ships that just came from Sudmouth and I think it's Skippy Bay or whatever I named it, and that's all the dwarf area. And there's some places actually from Ambos, the dwarven country, and there's at least 3 particular ships that are going to there.
Okay, I keep that in mind, and I mention it over to Flea that there's a couple over there. But you know what? I'm also going to start sniffing. This is going to be a really hard check. I'm going to start sniffing around for where a fish is, and perhaps somebody that smells very fishy.
Okay, cool. Do it. Give me a perception. Do you get perception on advantage on perception checks that deal with smell?
I think so. I think it's just more about that eyesight and the claws with Tabaxi.
Okay. Roll.
Wait, what's this one? Hold on. All right. Yeah. It's just about the claws and the eyesight.
Okay, cool. Roll perception just normally then. Damn.
Me too.
Cool. So you start getting the strong whiff of just what is that called? A fish. And then somebody spots you. And they just say, "Ah, my dear, you still have my ring on."
I do. What does this person look like?
You turn around and there's a very handsome tabaxi man who is looking just. He looks a little bit too glamorous, but he's wearing a pirate hat. He has just this long, like, he's a long hair, so he has this like long, luxurious, shaggy tail, and he looks very well groomed.
Yes, it indeed seems that I do still have your ring on. Last night was something else, was it not?
Yes, it was wonderful. Thank you for all the fish.
Yeah, don't mention it. So, let me introduce you to my friend, Flea.
Oh, you've talked so much about him. Hello, Flea.
I will offer my left hand to shake him because I've already slipped a dagger down into my right.
And he smiles. And despite the toothy thingy smile, it still kind of like blings. Does that bling? And he puts his hand behind his back, and with the other, he shakes yours.
And Tabby kind of like nudges Flea, hoping she could somehow convey, like, ask his name. Because I don't remember it.
What's your name? I'm Flea.
I'm Captain Mooneyes.
Of course, Captain Mooneyes. I've heard of you. Can I make a check to see if I've heard of him?
Sure, do a history check. Let's see what happens.
Cool.
18.
Also gonna do a history
bad.
check to find out if I remember anything, or insight check. No, history is recalling, right?
Yeah, or you
Yes.
can do an insight to see if he's like hiding anything or has what kind of emotion.
Hiding something too, but also
Yeah, do both.
Yeah.
Do history and insight. Let's see what happens.
insight. All right.
Alright, cool. Apparently you can read him like a book.
Tabby mentally thinks to herself, "This is not the kind of tabaxi I would normally go for."
Now, he's a little too suave. He's a little bit too forthcoming with emotions. He doesn't seem to be hiding anything. And I don't know, it seems like you might have just swept him off his feet. Somehow. And a Flea, where have you heard, or what's your association with Mr. Captain Mooneyes? Not Mr. Mooneyes, but Captain Mooneyes. Apparently you know him pretty well.
Okay, I think my old crew that I used to run with has probably shared a drink or two in a tavern somewhere with him and his crew. We mostly just worked on exporting goods, but I'll say yeah, I think you might have known Captain Kai. I was with his crew for a while.
Oh, whatever happened to him? I lost track of him over the years.
Oh, Nolander killed him.
What? And Tabby,
Yeah.
you can tell he hasn't heard the information about this, and he's like actually concerned and shocked.
Sorry, I'm not very good at letting people down lightly.
It does a thing. It happened. Tabby's still like, her head's still reeling from this whole episode thing of knowing him. Abby is usually drawn to the female tabaxis more than the male tabaxis. So she's like really kind of like, what the hell did I do last night?
Give me a wisdom saving throw. Let's just see if your memory can like just jog back up. 19. It starts slowly coming back to you. It wasn't that you wooed him or he wooed you, but there is something about treasure that slowly forms in your head.
Oh, of course. Now it makes more sense. Yes, treasure. Oh, that's so silly. She looks at his ring finger to make sure she's just curious. Did I give him a ring?
He has several rings, but apparently the marriage ring is missing.
Yes. Okay. Yes, the Nolander thing. It was a very interesting thing, and stuff happens, pirate's life and whatnot. So, what brings you here, Mr. Moonlight, other than me, obviously?
Well, I heard that there was some treasure being found not too far away from the coast here, and also I had a job to bring in a shipment of fresh fruit, as you do.
Thank you for listening to Tales of Swordfall.
Please consider listening to these podcasts.
Hello, folks. JP Winterbottom here to tell you about The Beholder's Eye, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons narrative-focused actual play podcast about a group of private investigators in a fantasy noir setting with eldritch horror undertones. You can find The Beholder's Eye every other Friday on iTunes, SoundCloud, or anywhere podcasts are found.
Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.